So it's been a little while since my match previews, but I'm back, I'm here, and it's time to identify and talk about the elephant in the room. It's the fact that those falls down the road could possibly overshadow what is going to be our greatest European night since the European Cup Winners' Cup when we beat Parma. Yes, it's the Spuds. They're in the final against Liverpool. So on that note, I'd like to say good luck to me Scouse friends. Always rated you. Stevie G's the man. Ian Rush, Robbie Fowler, Hey Owen. You'll never walk alone. Yay Gunners, yay. Because otherwise I'm going to have to be wearing this. So I can deal with all the comments and all the pelters I'm going to get from the Spud fans if they no. So good luck to Liverpool and catch you on the other side with us as European champions. Europa League champions. It's still Europe, it's still European, and it's still a cup, and we will be champions of the League of Europa. Okay, so let's get down to business. Chelsea versus Arsenal, Arsenal versus Chelsea in Baku amid controversies of one of our players not being able to go, which is an absolute joke. Not only that, thousands of Arsenal and Chelsea fans are struggling to get to Baku. In fact, I know of a few Chelsea fans that have already left to get there. Yesterday. No joke. I don't even know whether it's a joke, but people are going via Nigeria, via Guatemala, via Acapulco, mate, to get there. It's beyond a joke. And apparently, you've got to go out there and spend a holiday out there, not even just a couple of days to watch your team play football. Yeah, and that's off the back of getting abused by one Azerbaijani geezer about me spreading hatred about his country, which I'm not. I'm sure you have a very beautiful country, and I'd like to go there one time if you're going to sort me out some free tickets and return tickets within a couple of days. I'd love to go out there, but it seems to be a lot of trouble and a lot of drama, considering this should be a neutral cup. Considering it's a disadvantage for one of our players not being able to play through political issues. UEFA, take a bow. You've managed to outdo yourself again. So let's get down to it. Chelsea are missing N'Golo Kante and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now, Ruben Loftus-Cheek's done business in the Europa League, but is it that much of a miss for a Chelsea team? I wouldn't say it's massive. He's a good player. He's a player that has probably been more prevalent in Europe for them, and I'm sure on stat-wise he has done bits. But if you're talking about players that I'm worried about, I'd be more worried about. I'd be happier if Eden Hazard wasn't playing. Would I go with Cech or would I go with Leno? Personally, I'd go with Cech. This whole rumours about him going to Chelsea as a director of football. God knows why he's talking to Chelsea this time. Even he would know that wouldn't be wouldn't be a good move in terms of talking to an opponent before the season's done, when you're about to play them in the European Cup. No matter how close the ties are, how much you can distance yourself from that team, it's still not a good idea to talk to them about business before you're meant to be playing in a vital cup final against them. Because that'll bring back memories of Mario Götze when he got bought by Bayern Munich and he had to play against Bayern Munich in the Champions League final for Dortmund. It just didn't work. It doesn't work. doesn't work. And if it's not the player, it'll be the fans that will be thinking it. And the moment that there's a lapse in performance, a lapse in judgment, a mistake, they pinpoint it to the fact that they're already associated with that club. So it wouldn't be a good thing. But I think it's more professional than that. And I think it's just, personally, I think it's someone's leaked that on purpose. Because it would be silly of Petr Cech to be talking to another club, especially Chelsea, before the cup final.
Don't make me look stupid, Petr. Don't make me look stupid.
On that note, here is my final of the season. 1 to 11. So Cech, I'm going with you, mate. I trust you. I trust your judgment. I trust that you've had nothing to do with them mugs down the road when you know you've got a European Cup final and your place could be in jeopardy. So you're a smart man. I'm going with you in goal. You're our cup keeper and you've been good to us throughout the season. And it'd be a nice goodbye. At right back, I'm going to go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's had an up and down season, which seems to be ending on a high for him, and he's our best right back. I've said before I would rather play a right back in that position, but Ainsley Maitland-Niles has actually stepped it up towards the end of the season, and when you see the other people that are coming in to replace him, he's been head and shoulders above them. So he goes in at right back. Oh yeah, I'm going to go with a 4-3-3 formation, because this is the formation I think that Chelsea will set up. And if we go toe to toe with Chelsea, I mean, it's a Premier League team. This is not a European team. If we go toe to toe with Chelsea for formation, I think we'll beat them. In centre back, I'm going to go with Laurent Koscielny. He's our captain. I think he's had a very good season since he's come back. Harshly criticised because of the performance of our team. Yes, he's the captain, but our team has played poor and I think he's been one of the shining lights in our defence this season when he has come in. He's been consistent. He breaks forward, which gives us an option, and he scored a few goals as well, so he goes in. Next to him, I'm going to play Papa. All round, had a really good season this year. He's been a lot better than what I thought he would have been. But he's been absolutely unbelievable this season, to the point where when there has been them lapses in games, very few as well, we're shocked. We're shocked, and I was expecting the opposite. At left back, I'm going to start with Monreal. He's our best left back. He's more defensive. He's better as a defender than Kolasinac, and until Kolasinac is better defensively, it will be Monreal for me, which I think it's either his last season, this season, or next season. So yeah, we do need to replace him, but I think Monreal goes in at left back. And central midfield, I'm going to go with the three of Lucas Torreira, Guendouzi, and Xhaka. Torreira to break up play, Guendouzi to be the runner, the linchpin, as you could say, the Ramsey position to the strikers and the forward players, and Xhaka to spray the long balls, which is what you're there for. So, and when that works, it's a really good combination, but it just has to work. Just in front of the three, I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil for me is our best player, hands down. Yep, Lacazette won Player of the Year, but Mesut Ozil technically, he breaks up. The balls that he plays through. When he plays, we are a better team. When we play, we're a better team. You can put up stats and this and that, but just look at it. Just look at how we play when he's playing. I don't need to see stats to say that we're better. To see that we're better, we are better, and I think he could be vital on Wednesday. Maybe possibly even getting a goal. Just in front of them is the lethal duo of Alexander Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aubameyang got very harshly called out during the season because I think it was like 2 games where he hadn't scored, and one of them was where he missed a penalty. And people were talking about when he's not scoring goals, he doesn't bring anything to the team. And my argument at the time was, but he's scoring goals. So your argument is dead when you say when he's not scoring goals, he doesn't bring anything to the team if he's scoring goals, because there's no argument there. It's not necessarily always about the opposition that you're playing. It's about the pressure that's on that game. And in the games where we've needed a goal, Aubameyang scored the goals, man. Against Valencia, a vital goal when he scored it at the end. He's been quality this season, and he answered his critics, which he didn't have to, but he answered them. And he's towards the end of the season, he's been even better. Alexander Lacazette, his work rate, his teamwork, his team ethic has been undeniable this season. That's why he's got Player of the Year, because he's been the most unselfish player in our team. And I feel that if we had more runners around him that did the job that he was doing, he's bagging 30 goals a season, man. He's a 30 goal a season striker, because if he gets them chances, he puts them away. And it's funny how we will pinpoint the games where he hasn't done it, but they're also games where we haven't had a shed loads of chances or given him a shed loads of chances to score. It's been 1 or 2 in the game, and we've expected him to score, which a player of his calibre should be doing, especially some of the chances he has missed. But you put him in a Man City team or a Barcelona team where they're getting 3-4 chances a game, he's getting a goal a game without a doubt. So I'm looking forward to next season with Lacazette to see how he steps it up in terms of we know his game more, and he will be more of a goal scorer, I think. So yeah, that's my team. Score. Something in my head has been saying it since the day. It's 2-0 Arsenal. I personally think we'll have too much for Chelsea in a team that plays very similar. Like, I'm not knocking the Sarri ball way the way that he plays, but it feels like if it doesn't work, if that way of playing doesn't work for him against a certain team, he doesn't change it, and it doesn't work for Arsenal under the way we play with Unai Emery. In the first game we played against them, we should have got a result against them. If it was the second game of the season that we played them. And in the second game we played against them, we absolutely killed them off in the first half. Should have got a couple of more goals. And in the second half we just managed the game. We just doled out any sort of attack that they had, which wasn't much. And we managed the game really well. I don't think it's going to be an easy game, far from it. But I think that we should get the result that's needed against a Chelsea team which is missing Kante, Rudiger, who else? Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and yeah. So what I'd like to say, welcome back. I'd like to hear a welcome back to the Champions League, because that's what we need. We need a welcome back, because we deserve it. Because my club Arsenal are sick and tired of Thursday and Sunday, Monday and Thursday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday. I can't do it anymore. I need that Champions League in my life. I'm sick and tired of all these people that used to say, if you're not going to win it, what's the point in being in it? Because it's all about being in it. Because if you ain't in it, you ain't going to win it. So come on, Arsenal. Bring back the cup. Bring back the times that we had when we used to play Barcelona and them minor teams in the group stages, and we used to get to the quarterfinals and then flop, because I will take a quarterfinal flop any day over a Thursday, Sunday, Thursday.